Hello, I'm Director Spiers for the Finance News Network, and joining me from Orbis Gold is its Managing Director, Peter Spiers. Peter, welcome to FNN.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Now Peter, Orbis Gold is focused on the Natougou Gold Project in West Africa's Burkina Faso. What makes this project unique?
Okay, there are two attributes that make it unique. Grade, firstly, it's 3.7 grams. It's a very high-grade deposit in world terms that can deliver very low cash costs. The second is it's flat-lying, which is very unusual for ore deposits, and that makes it ideal for simple open-pit mining.
When we last spoke, you had just completed the scoping study for the project. What has occurred since, and at what stage is the project now?
We believe Natougou is a great discovery, and we're fast-tracking the project. We announced a maiden resource for the project in August last year. We announced a scoping study results for that you flagged there only 2 months later in October. That generated very, very positive financial results. On the back of those very robust numbers, we've decided to proceed to a definitive feasibility study on the project. The feasibility study is about a third complete, and we would expect to see that completed around about the middle of next year.
So looking closer at the project, what is the size of the Natougou deposit?
Spatially, it's quite a big deposit. We've drilled it out over an area that's almost 2 kilometres by 1 kilometre. It's still open at the limit of drilling, so quite a large footprint for the deposit. The maiden resource that came out in October last year was 1.8 million ounces at 3.7 grams per tonne, so that makes it a pretty significant discovery in world terms as well, in terms of the number of ounces.
And what potential do you believe there is for exploration upside?
I think there's tremendous potential. We've really only scratched the surface at Natougou. All of the effort to date has been primarily in the immediate discovery zone. We've got a very, very large soil anomaly that sits around the deposit that led to its discovery, where we've effectively tested less than 5% of that anomaly. So lots of exploration upside. The deposit's open in all directions, so there's opportunities to continue to extend the deposit through further drilling, and it sits within a very large tenement package there as well, 60 kilometres end to end. We've done virtually no exploration in that broader tenement area, so we're expecting big things from exploration going forward.
So with the definitive feasibility study now underway, what timeline have you put on its completion, and what needs to occur before then?
We haven't announced a formal completion date for the study, but sort of studies of this nature typically take 18 months, so that'll take us to mid-next year is the expected completion date. In terms of what we have to do to finish, there's typically two main bodies of work to complete a feasibility study. The first is drilling, and we've been very, very preoccupied over the last 6 months with drilling, and that work's now largely behind us. So going forward, it's all the other technical aspects of the project.
Now, the rapid pace at which you are advancing the project hints of attractive economics. Could you outline the headline parameters for the Natougou Gold Project?
Natougou is shaping up as a very significant gold project in regional and even world terms. We're expecting a 2 million tonne per annum plant, producing more than 200,000 ounces per annum average over the life of the mine, so a pretty significant gold operation. The high grades, we're expecting cash costs of below $550 per ounce. Those high grades will also give us a very short payback, less than 2 years on the capital investment. Overall, the project has potential to generate in excess of $500 million of free cash flow over the life of mine. So once again, a pretty significant project we're looking at here at Natougou.
Finally, Peter, the price of gold was sold down last year. How does your outlook for gold impact your future development program, and how would you like to see Orbis Gold positioned over the next 12 months?
We're always mindful in terms of the gold price, in terms of how you configure the operation, looking for the best value out of the project. The project itself, though, we're very fortunate. The high grades means that it's very robust over a wide range of gold prices, and that was borne out in the scoping study results. So we don't need to be distracted by continually tinkering with the project parameters as the gold price changes $50 an ounce or a small amount. So for us, the next 12 months, it's a pretty simple plan that we're working on here. Number one is to focus on getting the development study finished for Natougou to enable us to make a development decision, and at the same time focusing on exploration to add ounces to our resource inventory, to extend that mine life and to find other mines across Burkina Faso.
Peter Spiers, thank you for the update from Orbis Gold.
It's been a pleasure.